Hello, it's Auret here. Welcome to another Etsy tutorial on this channel. I wanted to share a little tip for how to get in touch with a customer who's unresponsive, because this can be quite the issue, right? If you're trying to get a hold of them through the Etsy platform and they're not responding back, then you're not able to complete the order for whatever reason and ship out the product. To give you an example, and I had this happen a couple of times, where the customer would place the order for a t-shirt. We create custom t-shirt designs. And what happened was that particular color t-shirt got discontinued. So we would have to contact the customer and let her know that, she'd have to choose a different color t-shirt because we can't provide that one anymore. And sometimes they don't respond. And I did have to do this before, where I had to actually cancel the order and refund the customer, because without that information, I can't ship out the product, and I would feel bad just taking the money without shipping the product to the customer. So for you, it might be a different situation. You're making something where you need additional customization information from the customer. For example, we had someone who made us a version of like a Simpsons picture. They designed a Simpsons picture, but they made the Simpsons character look like someone that we knew, because we were going to give her this as a gift. So the seller needed information from us. She needed certain details, like what that person looked like and all that kind of stuff. So if we weren't to respond, then she wouldn't be able to fulfill the order. So in those cases, what do? I'm in the conversations section of the Etsy dashboard right now, just to show you. This is typically where all of the conversations are had with the customer, right? And where you would message the customer. The problem is when you send out messages and they don't respond, what do? For whatever reason, I'm not sure if it's because, it could be that the customer's email has a spam filter on messages that are sent automatically from Etsy, because when we send a message out through here, the customer gets a notification via email, but it's coming from Etsy. Another thing is that they might not be logging into their platform or the app to check out their messages. So I don't know what the reasons are that they wouldn't be responding. They're just not receiving the message. So what I tried to do was look for another way to get in touch with the customer. And, I was clicking around here. I was clicking on the customer's name, but then when I do that, it goes to the profile. And this looks like something that, you can get in touch with the customer, but it just brings up a little chat box, which is again part of Etsy. So if I were to send something in here, then it might not reach her still, because again, those notifications would be coming from Etsy. So what I found was another place where you can actually see the customer's email address. And this was the golden ticket for me, because what I did was I took that email address, went to my Yahoo inbox, and just sent her an email from there directly, not using the Etsy platform, directly from email to email. So I'll show you where to find that. It's not really in a place that would make sense, so that's why I wanted to share this with you. So back into this window here where you have conversations with that customer, it's the conversations window with the customer that is unresponsive, that you can't get a hold of. What you need to do is go to the order history right here, and then click on the order. And then it's going to pull up the order page with that customer. Right here where you see the person's name, click on that down arrow or the name itself, and it's going to pull up this little menu, and at the very bottom of the menu you will see the customer's email address, and that will be so helpful for you. And ever since I've discovered this, I've done this technique and I've been able to get a hold of the customer. So what I do is I copy this, I'll right click, copy email address, then I'll go into my email inbox and send her an email from there. And I got a response right away. So that's just a quick tip for you guys who are trying to get a hold of your customer and they're not responding. I usually do this technique after trying to contact them through the Etsy platform at least 2 to 3 times. So only if I am not receiving a response through that, then I will go on and email them directly. So that's it for this video. Let me know if it's been helpful for you by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, or leaving me a comment down below. I love reading your comments. And if you'd like to watch more Etsy tutorials on the channel, we do have an entire playlist filled with different videos on how to get more sales, how to increase traffic to your shop, all that kind of stuff. What fees are involved with Etsy. I know a lot of sellers have been on the platform but don't actually know what fees are involved for selling on the platform. So all those kinds of videos are in our playlist, which I will link down in the description. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Back from the dead.